This question is asking us to add and simplify a radical expression. It says simplify the square root of 50 plus the square root of 8. On the ACT, you have a calculator available to you, so you could put into the calculator the square root of 50 plus the square root of 8, get an answer there. It'll give you some decimal. And then you could do the same, put your answers into your calculator and just find the one that matches. And in this case, that probably wouldn't take you too much time and would be a good way to approach this problem if needed. You want to make sure you input everything correctly, but otherwise that's a pretty good strategy. Another way we could do this is we could try to break down these radicals using the number sense that we have. So often when doing so, one method is to look for the largest perfect square that goes into the value inside the radical. And perfect squares are numbers that when you take their square root, they come out as integers. So like the square root of 1 would be 1, the square root of 4 is 2, square root of 9 is 3, square root of 16 is 4, so on and so forth. So if I look at 50, the largest perfect square I can see that factors out of 50 is 25. So 25 times 2 is 50. And these values are still within the radical. So it's kind of like saying it's the square root of 25 times 2. All right, and then we know a perfect square, the square root of 25 is 5. So we know that the square root of 25 is just going to be 5, and that comes outside of the radical. So this simplifies to be 5 times the square root of whatever's left inside, and in this case, 2. Doing similar to the 8, the largest perfect square that divides into 8 is 4. So 4 and 2 make 8. And again, that's saying the square root of 4 times 2. And for the same reason, 4 is a perfect square. So the square root of 4 is 2. So that's going to come outside of the radical. So we have our plus sign right here. This now simplifies to be 2 times the square root of 2. And now, once the radicand, the piece inside the radical, is the same, in this case they're both 2, you can combine them. It's kind of the concept of a like term. So 5 square roots of 2 plus 2 square roots of 2 is equal to 7 square roots of 2. And we can find that answer in choice C.